Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here with me. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be called Tarot by Melissa, so if you've been looking for me under that name, then you are in the correct place. Today's video is going to be a friendship reading, and we're going to be looking into the question, can you trust them? Are they a true friend? So I've done this reading before on the channel. It's been a couple of years though. And I still kind of see to this day a lot of people viewing that reading and leaving comments on it. So I thought it could be cool for us to get a refresh on that energy for any of you that might be questioning a friendship, having some challenges with a particular friend, or maybe any of you that are just kind of curious to understand this friend's intentions toward you. This reading is going to be a little bit different than the last one that I did, you guys. The last reading that I did, we looked at more of like an energy check-in between you and the friend, just to try to understand the dynamics that were at play between both of you. Today, I'm actually going to be doing a little different take on this, where we're really just going to be looking at your friend's perspective, right? So we're going to take a look at where they stand energetically with regard to your friendship, how they're kind of viewing themselves in the friendship. How are they feeling about the friendship with you, and how do they feel about you in general? We'll also get some guidance, advice for you, and all of that good stuff. I will have the other reading linked for you guys in the description box below in case any of you want to take a look at that one. That's going to be a really great option if you're wanting more of an energy check-in between both of you to understand both sides of the coin, right? Today, we're just going to be looking at this connection from your friend's perspective. My goal and intention with this reading, you guys, is just to provide clarity and a deeper understanding of your friend's energy toward you. It really is not a reading that's intended to like bash anyone or be like super negative or anything like that. So just keep that in mind as you're coming into the reading. I'm going to give you the blunt AF, interpretation as always, but the goal is really for you to come away from the reading with a deeper understanding of who your friend truly is as a person and why they may be behaving the way that they are or showing up in a specific way toward your connection, whether that's positive, negative, neutral, indifferent, etc. All right. Also, keep in mind, guys, this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so you may find that the messages are not super specifically resonant to every single person or unique detail out there. But if any of you feel like you need more personalized guidance, you can book a personal reading with me through my website, which is linked in the description box down below. All right, everyone. So let's go ahead and select your reading. So we have a choice between 3 readings for today's pick a card. If you're drawn to reading number 1, we're going to be working with the Magi, which is this beautiful blue color, and the Modern Witch Tarot. If you're drawn to reading number 2, we're going to be working with the Ocean Tarot and this yellow sunflower color. And if you're drawn to reading number 3, we'll be working with the Muse Tarot and this New Age color. So I want you guys to take a deep breath and think about this friendship that's on your mind. Go ahead and select the color or the deck that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Magi, this is going to be your message. So in today's reading, we're going to be answering the question, are they a true friend? Kind of what are their intentions? Can you trust them as a friend? And so what I'm going to be doing today is looking into your friend's current energetic position toward you. And then we're also going to be taking a look at how they feel about you and how they feel about this friendship in general. So starting us off here, we do have the energy of the Magi, which says reconcile differences. So I feel like already this person they may be somebody who is wanting to talk to you. Blue is associated with the throat chakra. And so they may want to have a conversation with you to kind of clear the air or to try to reconcile if you guys have been in separation for some time. We do also have the energy of the evil eye in reverse. So it could be that this person has been feeling like there is some toxicity in this connection. Maybe they themselves have been feeling like they're in kind of a toxic space when it comes to this situation. Because clearly there's been some sort of a breakdown here from their perspective. This person could be worried that you are talking about them negatively, or they could be worried that you are speaking negatively over them. And I just saw one of my little orbs float across the screen, so I think that's confirmation. I feel like your friend is a little bit concerned that in this like argument or in this separation, if you've been in a separation, I think they're worried that you're speaking ill of them behind their back for some of you guys. So let's keep going. Let's get into the tarot. And I want to start, Spirit, please, by just looking at where Pile One's friend stands energetically with regard to this connection. For some of you guys, it could be that this person had put up kind of a blockage or had put up kind of a boundary with you to protect themselves from any negativity or toxicity. And I do think that there's an energy of them maybe being willing to let that guard down a little bit in order to come forward and have a conversation. So let's see. Where does Group One's friend stand when it comes to this connection? Where does Group One's friend stand when it comes to this connection energetically? Where do they stand, please, Spirit? Okay. So yeah, we have the Eight of Wands coming up. How does Pile One's friend feel about the friendship at this time? We have the Strength card in reverse. And how does Pile One's friend truly feel about Pile One, my viewers? And we have the Four of Pentacles. We do have an Ace of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull some clarifiers here and then we'll jump in to this energy a bit more. Group number one. So Spirit, tell us where Group One's friend currently stands with this friendship. How does this friend truly feel about the friendship, and how do they truly feel about my Group One viewers? Clarifying this Eight of Wands. We have Rockin' It. Clarifying this Strength in reverse. How do they feel about this friendship? And clarifying this Four of Pentacles. How do they feel about my Group One viewers, please, Spirit? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely like an energy of wanting to like celebrate or come together. But what is happening from their perspective, Group One? So I feel like this person is, right now they're like in a fast-paced sort of energy with this Eight of Wands and this Rocking It. Okay, this person may be someone who travels a lot. Maybe they're currently traveling. They could be somebody who has a lot of excitement, a lot of exciting things happening for them in their life right now, because there is this energy of confidence being here with Rocking It, right? This is where they stand energetically with regard to this connection. So I feel like this person is someone who is definitely open to communication with this Magi. I think this is the type of person who likes to be just like candid when something is off or when they want to talk about something. If that doesn't sound like your friend, you guys, then this probably isn't your reading. Because I do feel like this person is somebody who is very confident in themselves. This is somebody who's not afraid to like express who they are. Like they're very authentic. And this is somebody who, they're very confident in themselves. They want to be able to be themselves. And I feel like they really want to be able to be themselves when it comes to the communication as well as creative expression here with this Eight of Wands. this is someone who I feel like prefers harmonious types of connections. So like if they're a really confident person, then they want their friendships to also be really confident, right? If they're somebody who likes to communicate about differences, they want their friends to be able to reciprocate that energy, okay? I do feel like this person, group one, is open to having some sort of a conversation with you to clear the air here. But I feel like they're viewing you guys right now as being very closed off and almost like avoidant to that. There's definitely this energy with the Ace of Cups, like with friendship here. Like this person, I think, had a lot of love for you. I think that they saw this as maybe, I don't know how long you guys have known this person. With this Eight of Wands, it almost feels like this was something quicker, like something fast-paced. But it feels like they view you as somebody that they could have a lot of emotional harmony with this Ace of Cups. There's a lot of emotion here around the situation, right? But they're seeing you with this Four of Pentacles and this Screw as being very closed off, withholding, and even just like not really interested. Like maybe some of you guys stop talking to this person. There's like a perception that they have of you that you don't want to talk or that you don't want to express, that you're withholding your energy from them. This energy of the Screw is really interesting, group one, because this also talks about not interested, leaving quickly, getting shafted, horizontal jogging, telling someone off. So they may be feeling or perceiving that there is some sort of like pent up frustration that you're holding toward them. And actually, I do see that here with the Strength card. They're acknowledging that there's some sort of frustration here, friction within this connection at this time. Okay. Where I feel like this person sees themselves as being like, they're showing up here neutrally, like in an energy of wanting to talk about it, but they feel like you don't want to talk about it, or that you're not really maybe fully expressing how you actually feel about the situation, right? So there's like this energy of like resentment or just not being interested or withholding from sharing. Four of Pentacles for me too, you guys. This is just food for thought. And remember, this is from your friend's perspective. So it doesn't have to mean that this is the 100% truth, right? This is just their energy, their perception of this friendship right now. Your side of the story could vary, right? And usually it does. But Four of Pentacles for me, you guys, can also talk about things like attachment issues, right? So like anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, fear of abandonment, fear of letting something go. So those could be themes to reflect on as well if you're kind of identifying with that energy. I think for some of you guys, like with this Four of Pentacles and this Eight of Wands, I just see you and this friend as having like really different energies, right? This person is really expressive. They're really confident in themselves. They might be kind of fast-paced when they talk or communicate, and maybe that's something that puts you guys off, you know what I mean? Or feels kind of exhausting to be on the receiving end of at times. But the way they're seeing that this connection, this friendship right now is that there's, with the Strength in reverse, there's something that has come out, some sort of frustration that has been like put out there, maybe by them, I don't know. And whatever this was with the Strength in reverse, it has to do with like, who's walking who, right? So this is control and power issues, being led on, getting pulled, overwhelmed. Something about like the power dynamics in this friendship. They're seeing as being off balance here, or with the Strength card, unsustainable for them and for you. So immediately, you guys, I'm not really seeing anything that is showing me that this person is not a true friend. I think that in their energy, they're just acknowledging that something is a little bit off between you in terms of the power dynamics or in terms of like the balance of things. Something that's not sustainable long term. Okay. I think because if you guys have been withholding from them, if you haven't been speaking to them, I think that that is why they're kind of worried about this gossip energy that I see here, or that you have, or they're just at least worried that you have negative feelings toward them right now because you're not talking, you're not communicating, you're not expressing how you feel. They could be making some assumptions here about how you're speaking about them behind closed doors. Okay. So let's see. Let's keep going. Spirit, show me this friend's higher self as it pertains to this friendship, and then show me my viewer's higher self as it pertains to this friendship, please, Spirit. Show me this person's higher self. This person, higher self, please, Spirit. We have love. You see, with that Ace of Cups, like, we also have gratitude here as well. Okay, Spirit, show me my viewer's higher self as it pertains to this friendship, please, Spirit. Show me my viewer's higher self, please, as it pertains to this friendship. We have boundaries. Okay. We do have on the right path at the bottom of the deck, so that's an interesting message as well. I feel like for you guys, so here's what I'm going to say. We're answering the question, are they a true friend? Can you trust them? I do feel like this person is coming from a place of love. I do feel like this person has pure intentions with this Ace of Cups. I do think that this person is a true friend. But I also think that there is something about this person's energy, their confidence, their fast-pacedness. There's something about it that is off-putting to you guys, or something about this power imbalance that's being perceived here that you guys don't feel comfortable or safe around. Okay. And that's okay, right? Like, not everybody is for everybody. Sometimes personalities just don't mix. They don't mesh, even though everyone's coming into them with the best of intentions, or coming into these interactions with good intentions. It doesn't mean that it's a compatible match for a friendship, right? So you guys have this energy of boundaries coming up here. So your higher self is kind of asking for some energetic space from this person, or your lesson with regard to this friendship is around the energy of boundaries. Right? Whether it's like, for some of you guys, there's something here with the Strength card where, with who's walking who, where something about this friendship was getting overwhelming. Okay. Like, it was like getting to be overwhelming, or it was like too much for some of you guys. And for this person too, because I kind of feel like this person is more than likely the one to like address something that's bothering them than the way that your energy is showing up, group one. There was something about it that's not sustainable, that's causing exhaustion, whether it's like physical exhaustion, mental exhaustion on both sides, right? And so I think for you guys, your response to, if they address this, was more like, I'm not dealing with that right now. Like, I can't deal with that. I need to put up a boundary here. We also have getting in trouble, which is making me feel like maybe some of you guys received their communication as you getting scolded or something like that, which kind of comes back to control and power issues. There could be some sort of underlying dynamic here about like the way they spoke to you that made you feel like you were in trouble or you were getting reprimanded in some way, even though I don't think that this person was coming at it from that perspective. So boundaries, healthy boundaries is the lesson here. That's what your higher self is asking for when it comes to this friend, group one. So let's see what else maybe coming ahead. What's happening in the future with this friendship? That's what I want to look at, and then we'll close it out with some additional guidance and advice for you guys. Group one. So what's up next for this friendship with group one and this friend? Okay, so we have the House, We have the Mountain. Okay. Oh, and then we also have a Man and a Fox coming up here. We also have a child as well. So there could be something about other parties involved in this friendship in some way. The other thing I want to say, you guys, is like Spirit is saying, like, your higher self is saying that you are on the right path with the decision that you made, right? Like, even if this person had good intentions and they're coming at it from a place of love, for some reason, whatever communication that you receive from them, whatever went wrong in this situation has sort of guided you toward this, like, closing yourself off to them. And I feel like Spirit wants to acknowledge that that's okay, right? You're on the right path. You're listening to your intuition. It doesn't mean that this person is a bad person. I'm not seeing anything bad. I'm not seeing any bad intentions, but there's just some sort of lesson that you guys are learning around boundaries when it comes to friendship, and maybe this friend in particular. So let's see. So what does this mean? So the House, we have comfort, security, and foundation. We have obstruction, obstacles, and delays. Okay, and then the Fox is a trap, warning, and trickery. So I feel for some of you guys, there's still going to continue to be some delay with regard to this friendship. Like, I think that there are still some challenges upcoming when it comes to, like, the safety and security of this friendship. And for some of you guys, there are other factors at play. So we have a man's energy here, and we also have a child's energy here. We also have the Dog, which talks about loyalty, and the Ring, which talks about commitments, right? So I feel like some of my group 1 viewers, you guys maybe have to close yourself off to this person because you have, like, other things going on as it pertains to your own, like, stability, security, and just, like, different challenges that are surmounting for you in your life. We do have a man's energy here. So this can be your own energy, but this could also represent, like, a man generally in your life. With the Fox being right next to it, there's something about this man's energy that is a little sneaky or sly that I think is contributing to some of the challenges with your stability and security right now. The other thing that I'm getting, though, is that if the Man is more so representing your own energy, I feel like this is your energy of continuing to avoid, like continuing to evade this person as you move forward. So yeah, I definitely don't necessarily see you and this friend, like, coming back together. I feel like Spirit is kind of guiding you guys to set a boundary with this person for now, or to kind of continue to take your space from this person for now, because you have other things that they're wanting you to be focusing and centering your attention onto, okay? Whew. So let's just see, Spirit, what other messages you have for group 1 as it pertains to this friendship at this time. What else do you want group 1 to know about this friend, Spirit, to close us out? Okay. We have within the next few weeks, so there could be some sort of development coming for you in the next couple of weeks. We also have compromise. Okay. Let's grab one more. And we also have peaceful resolution. So that's beautiful, beautiful energy. Are they a true friend? Can you trust them? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. So I do think within the next couple of weeks, I do see things getting a little bit better if you want them to, right? I do think that if you guys chose to have a conversation with this person, there would be an energy of compromising. I do think that this person is open to balance as well. And I think that things would actually be peacefully resolved, right? If you were to want them to be. I'm going to pull just one more card here. I see the 8 of Swords. I feel like a lot of you guys are feeling very awkward around this person are kind of stuck or trapped for some reason. Again, it just feels like however they show up to you, very confident, or however they communicated with you, just made you feel just uncomfortable or inadequate in some way. Because they're so like open, and you guys come across as very shut off in comparison to their energy. So let's see. Can you give us some additional guidance and advice for my pile 1 viewers? Please, Spirit, when it comes to this friendship. Guidance or advice for pile 1 as it pertains to them navigating this friendship, moving forward. Okay, so we have the Empress in reverse. That's an interesting message. Look, Temperance coming through as well, talking about balance again, taking your time. Okay, let me grab one more. What else can you tell us for advice for group 1, please, Spirit? We have the Queen of Pentacles coming through as well, and then we also have the World and the Tower in the reverse. So I think Spirit is saying that you have a choice right now. I think that, hold on a second. Let me cover her. The World is talking about closure, okay? It's talking about closure, and it's talking about cycles coming to a conclusion here within the next couple of weeks. And so I think for you guys, it's just about asking yourselves, what type of closure would you like from this situation moving forward, right? I do feel with this Queen of Pentacles, there is an energy of this friendship being able to get back on track if you're able to put in, more of like that tangible effort to be like reliable, right? Like reliability, dependability, those are all things that come up with the Queen of Pentacles. But with the Empress in reverse right next to it, I feel very strongly that Spirit is wanting you, my viewer, to focus on your own self-care first. Putting effort into your own self-care, putting effort into your self-worth, right? Taking care of your responsibilities. I think that's why all this other stuff is coming up for you guys, because there's like a house here, there's a man here, there's like a child that came up before. Now I can't find it. Oh, it's over here. Right? So I feel like Spirit is saying that, like, yes, this friend is a true friend. But I feel like you, my viewer, are being guided to work on your own responsibilities outside of this friendship right now. Because with this Empress in reverse, I feel like there's like a lack of self-care that I'm picking up on for your energy. With that Strength in reverse, there's something about this situation that just got to be too much for you. And so maybe with like this energy of compromise and peaceful resolution, the closure with this friend is just by like being honest with them about that and just saying like, hey, this is why I pulled back my energy. These are the things that I need to work on. And I think that Spirit is saying that you are able to rebuild a more solid foundation if you want to. Spirit is also saying, though, that it's okay if you want to close out this chapter with this friend, with the World, and focus on rebuilding your own stable foundations here with the House, because there's something about like the stability in your life that Spirit is calling attention to with this mountain being right next to it. Like there's something that is really challenging with stability. And so you're not going to be able to show up with this Queen of Pentacles, this stable energy in a friendship, if you're not feeling stable in the other foundational areas of your life. Okay, so it's really up to you. I do definitely think that this person is showing up as someone that's coming from a place of love. I do think that this person would be willing to have a conversation with you to kind of resolve something if you want to. But I think Spirit is saying ultimately, whatever you decide to do with this friend, you still need to make sure that you're caring for your own needs first and setting those boundaries like we talked about earlier around your own self-care, and being able to set up your foundation in your life a little bit more solidly before we start pouring and investing into like external responsibilities that aren't really your responsibilities. Does that make sense? So I hope this helped you guys out, Group 1. Let me know in the comments if this reading did resonate with you and what's been happening with your friend. And I will have the other video that I recorded linked in the description box below if you guys want to check that one out on the same topic. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey group 2, and welcome to your reading. So today we're looking into the question, is this friend a true friend? Can you trust them? We're going to be looking at this connection from your friend's perspective. So I'm going to start by looking into where they stand energetically with regard to this friendship, and then we'll take a look at how they feel about the friendship and how they feel about you, just to try to give you guys some clarity around where this person stands and kind of their frame of mind toward you. So you guys were drawn to the sunflower, which says expansion and new opportunity. We also have miscarriage energy here as well. So where do they stand, group 2? So I feel like this person is showing up as like a very bright light. I definitely feel like this could have been a friendship that didn't really, it almost feels like it had a false start or something, like where it had the potential to like really expand and blossom into something really beautiful, but then something happened where it just like died off, or something happened where it just didn't work out. We're going to see, I'm going to get a little more insight into the situation, but I feel like this person is kind of sad because they see this connection as like, this would have been a really beautiful opportunity. This would have been a really beautiful opportunity for a new friendship. You guys could have had a lot of fun and joy together with expansion. I'm thinking of Jupiter, right? So there could have been some common themes or commonalities here with like interests, like educational interests, higher learning, even things like spirituality, religion, philosophy, travel. Like maybe you guys shared some of those things in common. But something has happened here where like from their perspective energetically, they're kind of like mourning a loss here when it comes to this friendship. So let's continue and see what other insights we can get. So Spirit, for group 2, show me where this friend stands energetically with regard to this friendship with my group 2 viewers. Where does this friend stand energetically with regard to my group 2 viewers, please? In this friendship. Oh, we have the lovers coming up here. Okay. How does this person feel about their friendship with group 2? How are they feeling about the friendship with group 2? Okay, hold on. I just want to get one, please, Spirit. How do they feel about the friendship with group 2? Wow, we have the Tower. So really disruptive energy here. And how do they feel about my group 2 viewers, please, Spirit? So we have a 5 of Wands and we have a 6 of Cups here. That's really interesting. Actually, we can have them both out like that. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the World in reverse. Okay, so there seems to be some unfinished business that they're perceiving with this friendship at this time with that World card in reverse. Let me just pull some clarifiers here for group 2. So tell me more, please, Spirit, for group 2 about how this friend is currently viewing this friendship. Let's look at the friend's energy. How they feel about the friendship, and how do they feel about group 2. So clarifying this Lover's card. Where do they stand, Spirit, energetically with regard to this friendship? We have looking closely. How do they feel about this friendship with the Tower, please? We have it's a plan. How do they feel about my group 2 viewers? We have on guard. It's interesting that that's coming up because there is some competitive energy here. We do also have true friends, solid friendship, authentic, would do anything for you, always there no matter what. So, right off the bat, you guys, I'm not really seeing anything that would readily indicate to me that this person is not a true friend, that they're not intending to be a true friend to you. It actually feels like something has happened that has really disappointed this person. It doesn't mean that you did anything wrong per se, but like, let's just get into this energy. So this person with the lovers and looking closely is, I feel like they're in a place where they're trying to make a decision about this friendship right now. They could be comparing you to other connections, other friends that they have, and maybe trying to look deeper into why things are happening the way that they're happening. Because it definitely feels with the Lovers card that whatever has happened between you and them, this may not be the first time that something like this has happened before, where they either have had an issue with a friend or suffered a disappointment or kind of had a false start in a friendship here. But I think they're also in a space where they're doing all of this reflection because they want to potentially try to fix things. Again, there's this energy of expansion and new opportunity, right? So I think with the Lovers, this talks about making a decision, right? So sometimes it's like, they could be on the fence of like, do I stay and try to work things out with group 1, with group 2, or do I go and expand elsewhere into new friendships? For some of you guys, you might feel like this person is a little bit nitpicky, or maybe they showed up that way with your friendship. It could be something they weren't fully aware of, right? Like, this could be a person who's just very analytical. They're very observant. They may not say a lot, but I feel like when they do say something, it is something that comes from a lot of close observation here. There's also an energy of a situation building up or magnifying here from their perspective that they might be on the fence about addressing, or maybe they already have addressed it with you. What I see though is the way they feel about this friendship is that like something really disruptive has happened here with the Tower. Like there's an energy now of them seeing this friendship totally differently than how they saw it before. And again, that kind of indicates this like metaphorical death that we see here, where they were like really excited about the potential of something, and then something has happened from their perspective where now they don't view it the same way as they did. It's been disrupting. It's disruptive change. And this could have to do with plans, making plans, going out, something about making plans. So maybe there was a situation where plans were disrupted or plans were not held to, or something happened when you guys made plans that caused them to really shift their perspective on things, to see this in a new light. Now, how they feel about you guys is I think they're feeling that you are a little bit distant from them with this on guard. This talks about being guarded, right? So I feel like they see you guys as being really guarded, maybe a little bit protective over your space. It's interesting too, because with this 5 of Wands and this on guard, both of these talk about competition, right? And that's kind of the energy with these two beta fish here. It's like the two male beta fish, when you put them in this little tank together, they fight. So maybe they're perceiving you as like picking a fight with them, or they're associating you with some sort of a fight, an argument, or some sort of assertion of dominance here. Maybe that's where the Tower move is coming from. But they have like fond feelings about you. You know, with the 6 of Cups, I mean, they definitely see you as a friend. That's coming up here as well. But for some reason, they're seeing you as either being a little bit competitive with them, or they're seeing you as being guarded with them, over your energy and your space at this time. And I feel like they are just kind of trying to, at this point, understand why, or understand like what's happening here. Another message that I'm getting from this spread is that you guys might be kind of similar to this person, but different, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just drawn to these two seahorse, how they look almost exactly the same, right? But then we come over here to these betta fish, and they are the same, but they're a little bit different. So I'm wondering if there is something about each of you in this friendship where something about you is kind of similar, and this causes some sort of an underlying conflict here. It could be something to do with childhood stuff with the Six of Cups. Yeah, but there's definitely like a lack of closure that they see here, a lack of fulfillment, a lack of forward movement. It definitely seems like from their perspective, things are very much on pause here with this friendship. So let's keep going. Let's look at higher self energy. So tell me more, please, Spirit, about each person's higher self in this friendship. So show me first this friend, pile two's friend that we're tapping into, and then show me the energy of pile two, my viewer, and how each of them are showing up in this friendship. So how is this person, pile two's friend, showing up? What does their higher self want to say? We have nature. And what about my pile two viewers? How are they showing up in this friendship? We have trust. We do also have the energy of letting go here at the bottom of the deck. You guys have definitely, I think, pulled back from this person, and you're wanting to just kind of, like, there's an energy of surrendering. We also have this message of perspective here too, and we have fear coming up here at the bottom of the deck. So there could be some underlying fear with this person around like being able to understand a different perspective, because maybe that perspective might be like this tower, like this person is feeling like it could create a tower moment for you where you're seeing them differently, or you're seeing yourself differently through kind of letting go and seeing it from that new perspective. But I do feel like your higher self is saying like release and let go of the need to control the outcome here. Fall back from the situation. And actually we do have fall back here at the bottom of this deck. And we also have tension coming up too. So yeah, there's definitely some sort of a tension between you and this person for sure. This person, I think, is needing to kind of ground themselves with nature being here. This person, I definitely feel like this tendency for them to really get in their head about things and overanalyze things. Heavy mercurial energy here, like Gemini. We have Gemini here with the Lovers. Virgo energy coming through with that observing and nitpicky kind of vibe that's here. So it's like they can be really in their head about things. And so I think what this person's higher self is saying is that they need to kind of ground. They need to go out into nature. They need to relax, clear their mind a little bit instead of being so hyper-focused on these little details that they're fixating on. And you guys with trust, this is like a really interesting energy, because your higher self is basically just saying like, let go and trust that things will evolve as they need to. But I also think that there's something about maybe trust issues coming up for you, because you guys are kind of showing up as a little bit guarded with this person or needing space from this person. There's this energy of competition here with this person coming up in your energy, right? So it's like something with trust or trust issues that I see. This card is really interesting too, right? Because we see these little pebbles and it's kind of like the opposite direction that we would want to see them stacked if we want them to actually stay up, right? And so there's like this energy of needing to have faith that everything will work out as it should. Like this feather is going to land on top. We have to trust that it will stay together as it should, even if it doesn't look like it should. But you guys, in terms of like the question we're asking, are they a true friend? I don't see that there's any indication that they're not someone you can trust, right? I'm wondering if the issue that's here is that this person magnified or put a spotlight onto something in this friendship that made you feel like you had to put your guard up or protect yourself. Like it's almost like they called something out or put a magnifying glass onto something that caused the fallout here. So I don't think that it's that they're a bad friend or someone with bad intentions toward you, but I think that this person may have triggered you or been off-putting in some way to you. So let's take a look and see what's potentially next for this friendship. What is next for this friendship, please, Spirit? What's next for this friendship as the energy stands today, please, Spirit? So we have time. We have clover, and then we also have cactus. Okay. So I do feel like there is going to be an opportunity for things to get better with this friend, because the clover does talk about luck and opportunity, but I feel like it will happen in divine timing. Like, I think there's a lot of energy with trust and letting go here that maybe you, my viewer, maybe aren't fully ready to come forward and address this person. Like there's something about their energy that is igniting this conflict within you, and they're putting you on guard. There's still this energy of being guarded and protective over your energy with this cactus. Now, the cactus does also talk about resilience, resourcefulness, but it does talk about being defensive. And I feel like that's kind of in line with what I see here. So I think that in divine timing, there is potential for there to be closure in this situation. But with that clover, I feel like with the clover and this sunflower, I actually feel like this friendship has the potential for abundance, like to move forward in a really expansive, really positive direction here. But I think it's going to take time because I think that there is some healing that needs to be done here on both sides. But, you know, in terms of the question, are they a true friend? I think they are, you guys. That's even coming through here, right? They definitely care about you. They care so much that they're like nitpicking everything to like try to figure out like, did they make the right choice? I think they're comparing this situation to situations they've experienced in the past. And I do think that there is like a genuine disappointment that there seems to be this falling out here because, you know, they really seem to feel like this was the potential for a new, like really exciting, expansive friendship, and it's just falling apart, you know, it just died. So let's see, what else, Spirit, do you want to share with group 2 about this friendship at this time? What else does group 2 need to know, Spirit, about this friendship? We have no. What else? We have let go. And then we also have be assertive. Okay. We also have it's up to you. So I think Spirit is saying that maybe right now is not the best timing for you to say something or do something with no and let go. Like there's something that you guys need to release, because that's the second time that letting go has come up. Hold on a second. Because we also have it's up to you at the bottom of the deck. So I think Spirit is saying that you have a choice, right? Like you can choose to continue to like space away from this person, or you can choose to, close the loop on any loose ends that need to be tied up here. But there is something that you guys are going to need to release with regard to this connection with this person before you come forward to talk to them. And Spirit is saying that when you do connect with them, you need to be assertive, right? Like you need to speak your mind, speak your truth, be honest about how you feel, communicate honestly, communicate clearly. I feel like that is the key to success in this situation here. Let me pull a couple of tarot cards for advice for you guys as well. Additional advice, please, Spirit, for group 2 as it pertains to this friendship. Intuitively, I kind of feel like this person is not going to say anything to you, because the no is coming up over their energy with time. And so I think that this person is probably just going to continue to keep their energy pulled back here. Advice from group 2, please, Spirit, about this friend. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the Magician in reverse. And then we have the Two of Wands, which also talks about expansion, which is so interesting. Like, yeah, I think Spirit is saying you guys are at a crossroads and it's time to make a decision about this connection and what you want to do. I do feel like there's something that you need to be able to forgive with regard to this connection if you're going to come back around. With letting go, I feel like it's very strongly connected to some sort of forgiveness, right? Spirit is saying it's up to you. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. You don't have to do anything that you're not ready to do. But I do feel like there is potential for this friendship to be really expansive and adventurous and fun and to grow, but only through forgiveness and letting go of whatever has happened here can that take place. We also have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Magician in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is kind of talking about like a lack of stability. Maybe you guys work with this person, but it's kind of like a lack of stability. It's a lack of responsibility here. It's not really, it's when we're not really putting effort into something. And I'm wondering if Spirit is saying no to this right now, or recommending a no from this right now, because maybe they're wanting you to be more focused on your own. We have the House here. So they may want you to be focused on like your own stability at this time, because I feel like they're saying without your own stability, your finances, your career, your responsibilities in your own life in order here, you're not really going to have, the energy to come back around and like create with this person. I almost wonder if you and this person were going to do like business together or something for some of you, because I'm drawn to that pentacle that's here. But the Magician is about creation. It's about confidence. It's about manifesting what we desire. And with the Magician in reverse, like Spirit is saying right now, it's almost like if you were to come forward, you're going to get the opposite of what you would actually want, because there's like a lack of stability. that I see here with this situation, with the Tower, and I think with your own energy, Spirit is saying. So what do I think about this, you guys? I think that looking at it from their perspective, I don't think that they have any ill will toward you. I actually feel like this person is sad. I feel like they might even be like really disappointed that this didn't work out well. I do think that they have a lot of really fond, beautiful memories of you. I do think that they are a true friend. I do think that they seem trustworthy. I just think that whatever has happened here, it's really going to ultimately be up to you as to whether or not you want to forgive and move forward in a new direction. So, and if you do, you need to be more assertive with this person. Assertive doesn't mean aggressive. It just means being honest and conveying what you need clearly so that people understand, you know, the real you. And when I look at this card, do you guys notice how she's like holding up? This looks to be a little mask. It's like you need to go into it with the mask off, you know, being honest about who you are, what you stand for, how you feel, what you're doing, things that you need to say no to, things that you want to say yes to, and just being really clear about that. It's almost like giving me this energy of getting rid of any people-pleasing tendencies if you guys had a tendency to do that with this friend. Okay? So this is what I see, group 2. Let me know what's been happening with this friend, especially if this reading does resonate with you. I'm super curious to hear your perspective. If you guys did want to continue to support my work, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bells so that you will be updated whenever I can post new content, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the New Age card, this is going to be your message, and today we're going to be looking into the question, is your friend a true friend, and can you trust them? So we're going to look at this situation kind of through your person's eyes. We're going to start by looking at where they stand energetically with regard to this connection. We're going to take a look at how they feel about the friendship and how they feel about you, just to try to give you guys a little bit of a deeper insight into like their energy and the lens through which they're viewing this friendship. So as I always say, it's a general reading, and just because this is like their kind of side of the story, it doesn't mean that it's the full truth, but this is a great way for you guys to kind of like better understand where they're coming from. Okay. So we have New Age, evolution, and we also have the energy of out of sight where they stand. So, okay. This card, you guys, is giving me that saying, out of sight, out of mind. This person, I think, is just trying to ignore whatever mess they have made or whatever mess is present here, because there's like this energy of chaos and this person is like walking away from the chaos. So it could be that there's something about this friendship that was causing a lot of chaos for this person and they needed to like remove themselves from it. We'll see. We're going to get some more insight here. But with the New Age card, this talks about evolution, things changing. So I feel like this person, where they stand when it comes to this friendship is that they themselves are making some changes with maybe how they approach things. I feel like for some of you guys, this person, they may in the past have had tendencies of like sticking it out through thick and thin with friends, or, you know, maybe they have had friendships where it's caused like drama or chaos in their lives and they have stuck through that. But I feel like they're moving into a place where they're walking away from that stuff now. With the number 5, there's challenge to this change. So let's see. Let's keep going, because I feel like there's a lot more to the story here. So Spirit, where does this friend truly stand energetically when it comes to group 3? Where does this friend stand energetically when it comes to my group 3 viewers and this friendship? they stand, Spirit, energetically when it comes to this group 3 friendship? We have the 6 of Cups. Okay. How do they feel about this friendship with group 3? We have the King of Swords, but this is technically the reverse position, I think. And how do they feel about my group 3 viewers? So we do have the Hermit in reverse, sorry, and we have the Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck as well. Let me pull some clarifiers here. Spirit, tell us a little bit more about this friend's perspective toward my group 3 viewers. Clarifying the 6 of Cups. We have Try Me. Clarifying this King of Swords, please. And clarifying this Hermit, please. Okay. Okay, so how do they feel about this friendship from their perspective? So this person is definitely acknowledging with the 6 of Cups, like there's history here. There's definitely something about the past. There's also something about their inner child that I'm seeing here. Okay, so it's possible, you guys, that this person, however they're showing up right now, it's likely due to either the history of this connection, the history of their friendships, or the history of like their childhood. And something about whatever's happening here is kind of triggering that response from them. This person is kind of frustrated, I feel, when it comes to this friendship. There are definitely, feelings of friendship here with the 6 of Cups. There's nostalgia, there's, I think, positive memories, but there's also this inner child stuff that's coming up for them, okay? And there's something about maybe like them being fed up with something here. Okay, not in the mood. The answer is no. PO'd on the chopping block, fed up, things need to change. Okay. I almost feel like they feel that they need to change or make some changes with this out of sight and this new age evolution, right? Because there is some sort of a pattern that this person has been in. And I feel for a lot of you guys that the pattern is either connected to like the history of their friendships and how they've overstayed situations that have caused drama in their life. And so there's like this need for them to start practicing boundaries. Or for some of you guys, I almost feel like this person is a person that creates a lot of chaos in their own life. And instead of like dealing with the chaos, they just kind of like pretend it doesn't exist. I think that this person with the new age evolution is starting to realize that things need to shift, things need to change in the way that they are specifically showing up in their friendships. So whether that means they need to set better boundaries or they need to do a better job at making personal changes so that they can show up better, this is where they're at right now. With this King of Swords in reverse, one thing that I do want to say to you guys is that this person, because their inner child, I think, is triggered right now, they may not be seeing something completely correctly as it pertains to this friendship. I feel like there's something about like a conversation that you guys had with no you hang up, or like something that you guys were talking about where they might have received it the wrong way, or they might have felt a little bit triggered by it. It's like the King of Swords reverse is someone who's not seeing it clearly, or this can even be somebody, you guys, who can be like prejudiced, or someone who can be like, you know, having like really, like their belief system is warped. Okay. I think it's coming from their inner child though. It doesn't make it an excuse, right? But I think that that is where their lack of being able to really receive the message is coming from. This person could have had like a really strict father figure too, right? But yeah, if you guys have not had a conversation with this person where you gave them some sort of feedback, then I don't think that this is your pile. Because it feels like there was some sort of a conversation that was had where you guys might have said something to them that caused them to come to this realization that they need to make some changes here, okay? This person kind of sees you guys with this Hermit in reverse and the proposal. Let's have the Queen of Wands here. Ooh, the Tower in reverse too. 9 of Cups. How do they feel about you? I think that there is a part of them that wants to connect with you again. It feels with this Hermit that maybe you guys have pulled back your energy from this person, and they're kind of acknowledging that in this reading. Like they see you as having pulled back your energy. Maybe there's been a little bit of a shift recently where you've come forward and like asked them to hang out, or you've come forward and tried to have a conversation with them. Maybe you've just been kind of showing yourself more to them, whether it's like on social media or something subtle like that. There is something with this Queen of Wands in reverse, you guys, where this person feels maybe sometimes like your energy can be a little off-putting. Maybe they actually feel like you guys are frustrated or irritated about something too. Queen of Wands in reverse can also be a lack of confidence. So there could be something there with that as well. Like maybe you guys are lacking confidence with your interactions with them. I'm seeing 11-11 as well, as I am reading this. So are they a true friend? Can you trust them? It's hard to say, you guys, because I feel like this person is not like super self-aware right now, right? Like they're not seeing something clearly with that King of Swords in reverse. And they're very, very triggered with this 6 of Cups and this try me energy. And so my thought is like, if they are not able to see themselves clearly, like it's almost just giving me a childish energy with that. Like we have this adult woman here, and she is covering herself up with the child version of herself. You guys see what I mean? It's like, it just feels a little immature, emotionally immature to me, how they are showing up in this reading. So, and again, energies are on a gradient, right? So for some of you, it might not be quite that extreme, but let's see. Let's look at the higher self messages, and then we'll continue forward. So for group 3, Spirit, show me this person's higher self as it pertains to this friendship. We have you are not alone. I think they have abandonment issues, you guys. This person could also be quite spiritual in the sense that they, maybe they have like connection to the spirit realm or their ancestors or something like that. But I feel like there's an abandonment issue here. Show me the higher self of my viewer as it pertains to this friendship, please, Spirit. We have freedom. Yeah, beautiful. I think you guys might be a little concerned over the situation, which is, I can understand why, right? Because it feels like there's something, with the Tower in reverse here, there's some sort of truth that's either being avoided here or some sort of desire to like rebuild something so that it's more stable. I wonder if for some of you guys, this person had like a tendency to like lean on you a lot when it came to their problems. Because I feel like this person is just like surrounded in chaos right now. Like they just have a lot going on. This could be the type of person where like they stir stuff up, but they don't know how to fix it once it's stirred up. You know what I mean? They may not even know how to make the changes that they need to make to have like a more functional relationship with you or others. You know, they have like a really big, like a strong abandonment issue that I see here, group 3. And so it's making me feel like with this freedom energy, like you guys just want to be able to spread your wings and fly. Like you don't want to be tied down by their chaos that they're in. You, my viewers, I feel like you have this beautiful presence, right? Like where you're very abundant, you're very confident in yourself. You take up space, right? And you deserve to take up space. But I kind of feel with this person, with this Queen of Wands in reverse, that maybe you guys had a tendency to kind of like dim yourself down or to dull your shine or to maybe not show up as confidently as you would because it's like going to trigger this person. Like with this King of Swords, I feel like you guys had some sort of conversation with them and maybe you felt like you had to really like walk on eggshells because they are showing me a very sensitive, like emotionally stunted energy here, or like just an immature energy here. You know? It's sad. Let's kind of see where this friendship might be headed, group 3. Where is this friendship headed for group 3, please, Spirit? As the energy stands today, where is this friendship potentially headed? Ooh. Oh my gosh, we have the House coming up. It's so interesting because in a lot of these readings, this theme of stability has been kind of like every reading has been different, but that theme of stability has come up every time. Where is this friendship headed for group 3, please, Spirit? Ooh, we have fish. Okay, one more. Okay. We also have a man and a cat coming up as well. So let's see what this is telling us. The House is comfort, security, and foundations. The fish are abundance, in motion, adaptation. Okay. So I think that we're moving into a period with this friendship where if you guys are still going to be friends with this person, there's going to be some flexibility needed here. Things are moving forward. I do feel at the fish, things are moving forward in a positive direction here for you. But I feel like the stability with the House, the foundation is going to have to be built on some sort of flexibility here because this person, it's not that I don't think that they're a true friend, you guys, but I feel like they have a lot of like emotional healing that needs to be done here. Like I'm just getting a very childlike, like almost very helpless energy from them where they feel very wounded. And so I think that if you guys choose to move forward, you're going to have to be flexible with them. Okay. We also have the man and the cat. So the man could be your energy. It could be your friend's energy. It could be somebody else altogether who's involved in the situation as well. But there's some sort of like a masculine presence here that I see in the mix as well. And then we have the cat, which talks about independence, curiosity, and being street smart, which is kind of interesting. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like you and this person, maybe more so this person, well, it's both of you because you guys have the freedom energy. I kind of see you guys continuing to do your own thing, you know, continuing to be curious about this person, to try to be, you know, supportive in your way, but ultimately learning like not to lean on them too much for anything, because I feel like they're just not in a place where they can really be that person that's stable for someone else. I feel like this person is working on their own stability or needs to work on their own stability here in the future. And so as you guys are interacting with them, you're going to have to just be flexible if you choose to continue forward. And just continue to do your own thing. I think they also are needing to work on being independent and taking better care of themselves, taking better care of their emotional well-being and things like that. They may have a partner or someone that's helping them with that at this time. But I feel like what I see here is Spirit is like largely saying that you are going to do your own thing and support them from a distance, and just try to be, if you do connect with them, just being more go with the flow, you know? Because this really is not a stable person that I see right now, you guys. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Like, I feel that they have a lot of emotional healing that needs to be done before they're going to be able to show up as someone that you can really depend on. You know what I mean? So what else, Spirit, would you like for group 3 to know about this friendship? What else, Spirit, would you like for group 3 to know about this friendship? We have forgiveness. Forgiveness is beautiful because it does not excuse the bad behavior, but it helps you to release and let go of any negativity or tension that you're holding on to. What else, please, Spirit? We also have helpful people. With this fish, I almost feel like you guys are going to start making new friends, like spreading your wings outside of this friendship and being able to connect with new people. Maybe even a man. If you're single and you date men, that could be coming through for you as well. One more. Spirit, please. We also have romance. Yes, like, or maybe this was a male friend for some of you guys, but we have no need to worry. So I feel like Spirit is saying it's like there's no need for you to worry about this person. There's no need for you to be concerned about what they have going on behind the scenes. I feel like Spirit is saying forgive them, move forward, and center your energy on other sort of connections that are more stable and helpful to you, and that are more aligned with you from the heart space, okay? I also feel like they're saying a romantic partner is coming in for you really soon, you guys. So it's almost like you might not even be, or focusing on, if you do have a romantic partner already, focusing on that. But it's almost like maybe you guys don't even need, I think as time goes on, you're not even going to really think about this person that much anymore. What else, Spirit? Guidance, advice for group 3 as it pertains to this friendship. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, not a long-term friendship. We also have the 4 of Cups in reverse as well, with the 6 of Swords. I feel like whatever has happened here was almost like the universe pushing you guys away from this person. Because it's like, you see how the little hand is walking its way up to where the person is standing, essentially to kind of flick them off. I feel like there's something about you being kind of like divinely pushed away from this person because it's actually in your highest good to move away from them at this time. Spirit is saying with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse that this is a situation that I don't think it's meant to be a long-term investment for you. I think that there is a difference in values here in terms of how you guys both maybe navigate friendship or navigate relationships and conflict. And with the 4 of Cups in reverse, Spirit is saying don't let this hold you back because there are other people, other connections that are abundant with the fish that are out there for you that will probably be more stable, that I think will also lead to a romantic partner for a lot of you guys if you continue to put yourself out there and really spread your wings and be free of this situation. So I think from an advice perspective, Spirit is saying no need to worry. Don't worry about this person and what they're doing. Forgive them and move away with the 6 of Swords, right? Like move away into spaces that provide more peace, friends that provide more peace and support for you. I do want to say that we have yes here. So what I want to say about that is coming back to the question, are they a true friend? I think that in this person's mind, they are, right? But what I see, you guys, is that I don't think objectively this person is able to be the type of friend that you need because I see them as having just so much chaos, so much hurt, so much turmoil within them that they need to be working through on their own. And so until they're ready to really face the challenge. Okay, so I got cut off. But as I was saying, I think until this person is really able to face the challenges that they have, face their like abandonment wounds, their inner child stuff that's being triggered here, they're just not going to be capable of showing up as a helpful friend to others because they still need to be able to help themselves. Okay, so I don't think this person necessarily intends to have ill will towards you, group number 3. I just think that they're not in the headspace or the energy right now to really be a supportive friend, even though they feel like they are and that they want that type of connection. Okay, so tough energy, group 3. This was definitely like the more complex of the readings, but comment below. Let me know about this friendship and what happened with you guys. And let me know how this reading resonates with that. If you guys do want to continue to support my work, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated when I post new content. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.